Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody? Okay, I got a word for somebody. I know that what happened this morning was definitely for me, and I'm thanking God. So if you're on, give me a shout out, say hello. I'm hoping my group people get on. I was going to go live in my private group, but I got to share this. The Lord put on my heart, just share. Okay, so I'm going to share. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to be obedient, okay? So I'm on my run, right? And Globe isn't, it's got mountains around, but it's not like the most gorgeous place to run, and there's lots of hills. And there's been some things on my heart in the last week that I've just been pouring out to God, saying, hey, like, why is this taking so long, right? I'm sorry for my hair. It's really bothering me because I wasn't expecting to go live at all. So this is me. 6:30 in the morning after a 3-mile run. Hey. Okay, so there's been things on my heart, right, that I'm just like asking God to bring to light, right? I'm asking God, like, okay, I know you're faithful. I know you're my provider. Hey, Kathy, I know all this, right? But it's like, okay, why is this season taking so slow, right? So usually I run with like no music. I don't know why. Like, I just forget to turn it on and I just go. So this morning I actually stopped my run to turn on my music, and this song by Maverick City, it's called Promises. That's the first song that comes on. I'm like, hey, that's cool, you know, like God keeps his promises, good reminder, right? And and then more songs come on, and it's about God's faithfulness. Hey, Jackie, hi. It's about God's faithfulness, and it's about all this stuff. So I get to the point where I get to turn around, and I'm on my way back. I'm like 1.5 miles away from my car, and I was just like overwhelmed with the goodness of God. Have you ever been overwhelmed with the goodness of God? Like where you're just like, man, I don't know what that next step looks like. I don't know what that next season looks like. I know a lot of you are sending people, you know, kids off to college, and, you know, like there's a lot of unknowns, you know, what that season looks like, especially if this is your first time. Like there may be some watching this that's like, I don't know what that next step looks like. But God, I am overwhelmed by your goodness because I can taste and see that the Lord is good. He has shown up in my life time and time again. Why would he fail me now? Right? He won't. So I'm running, right? Running. And I'm like getting a little bit teary-eyed because I'm just overwhelmed by the goodness of God, right? And then I look up. Okay, and I normally, when I'm running, I'm not looking up. I'm looking like straight ahead so I don't run into homeless people or I don't run into the road, right? But I don't look up. I look up and there is a double rainbow. A double rainbow. I kid you not, okay? Like a double rainbow right there, right above me. I'm like, oh my gosh. And do you know what a double rainbow means? I'm hearing noises. Don't know what that is, but I'm hearing noises. Okay, so do you know what a rainbow means? In the Bible, I know the world has a different term for a rainbow, but in the Bible, the very first rainbow came as God's promise to show that he will never flood the earth again. He is faithful. He is our provider. He is faithful to provide. He is faithful to keep his word. He is a promise keeper. And so with everything that I'm facing in my heart and everything that I've been pouring out to God, that was such a huge moment where it was like, I got this, Marla. I got this. Like, just stay in awe of my presence. Just sit a while. Just stay a while in my presence. You don't know how long this season goes. I know how long this season goes. That's what God's saying to me. So just wait. Just wait. Be patient. You've got some things to learn. It's going to be okay. And so as I'm running, okay, this is where it gets a little crazy. Okay. So I'm running, right? And the rainbow just keeps getting better. And because I started out a little bit teary-eyed before the rainbow, now the rainbow, I mean, it was ugly cry, ugly run, okay? We got two ugly things going on. And I was just like, any person that was outside of their car, I was like, look at the rainbow. I'm sure they thought I was on drugs. Like, I am sure they thought she's the crazy person. I'm not the crazy person, right? So I'm like ugly running. Look at the rainbow. There was a guy standing outside of a gas station. And I was like, look at the rainbow. Running. And I'm sure he thought, like, what is her problem? You know, what is going on? And then there was a homeless guy. I was like, look up. And he was like, what? Like, all angry. I was like, look, there's a rainbow. He was not impressed. I think part of my run was a little bit of a homeless ministry today, because every homeless person I passed by was like, rainbow. It was amazing. So they did. The homeless guy that was angry, he was not impressed. He looked up, but he was like, yeah, rainbow. I was like, if you only knew what that meant. If you only knew. And he was in an angry place, and I was a little afraid, so I just kept running. But the guy at the gas station, he was like, I see it. I know, you know. So, whatever place you're in, whatever you're going through, look up. Look up. God is going to give you signs. He is a God of signs and wonders to this day. What happened in the Bible is not just for Bible times. He is alive and moving and active in today. So if you're approaching a season that you need help, if you're approaching a season that you have no idea what that looks like and you're a little afraid, if you're approaching something in your life that seems a little stagnant and you're looking for movement, don't try to move it on your own. Don't do it. Rest in the presence of God. Rest in the hands of the provider. Rest in the hands of the one who is a promise keeper and who is going to give you those little God winks. Look for those God winks. They're all over. And I am so thankful that I looked up today, because it was just an ocean of overwhelming. Oh man. Hey, Vicky. Amazing things happen when you're in a place that you're unsure of. I said it. That's right. Amazing things happen. A lot of people think we have to have it figured out and it has to look a certain way and we've got to have this, and this. And that's just not how God works. He wants you to trust in Him. He wants you to put all your hope in Him. He wants you to put your feet on His firm foundation. He is our rock. So do not think for 1 second that you could carry yourself, because the minute you do, self comes in and it's not a good thing. We don't have the adequate means to carry ourselves in what's to come, because we don't know the future, but we know who holds the future. So we could put our trust in Him. Good morning. Hey, if you're going back to work, if you're taking kids to school today, hey, that's another unknown. That is another unknown. We don't always know what's going to happen as we drop our kids off at school, but we know who holds our kids. Okay, so wrap them in prayer, wrap them in love, wrap them in, okay, they forget their lunch, figure it out. It's okay. You don't have to scream and yell. And my challenge to you as you drop your kids off at school is make sure it's yes, discipline needs to happen if things don't get followed through. I get that. Okay. But wrap them in love as you send them off. Make sure your last words to them before they get out of the car or on the bus is words of love, words of uplifting, because those are the words that they're going to carry all throughout the day at school. Okay? I love you. You are absolutely incredible. If you're just now tuning on, hey, Rebecca, all the way from North Carolina. Hey. If you're just tuning on, please watch from the beginning, because something amazing happened this morning, and I just could not share it, okay? Ugly cry, ugly run and all. Thank you for listening. I love y'all. All the above here. Back to school, back to work, back to everything, back to house, back to chores, back to, yes, oh man. you're going to do it, and you're going to ace this week. Pace yourself, give yourself a little grace, but have a plan, and then invite the Lord in that plan. Always, because we have a plan, and and some of our plans just suck. Let's just say that. Some of our plans don't go as planned, right? So that's when we have to put our trust in Jesus and just give it to him and say, all right, you're driving this bus, right? So I love you guys. You're incredible. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.